All right, next question is from Pedro Semedio on Facebook. Pedro asks, are there any international ethics or rules for space exploration? Let's suppose, for example, that Chang'e 4 had a problem when landing. And
this is the Chinese mission that landed on the backside of the moon.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes. The backside or dark side? The same thing.
No.
Two different things.
In spite of the 1973 album by Pink Floyd,
Yes.
The Dark Side of the Moon, there is no dark side of the moon. All sides of the moon receive light.
Okay.
Yeah, day on the moon lasts a month.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, I can get a lot done.
So there's a far side of the moon. That's why I said the backside. I
got you.
Okay.
I got it. Not the underside.
But it's not a place where the sun don't shine.
Okay.
Okay.
So in Chang'e 4, if it had a problem when landing and the potato seeds and silkworms were spread over lunar soil, were they to be punished somehow for contaminating lunar soil with terrestrial life?
Yeah. So
two different things.
So there are three things here. In 1967, there's something called the International Space Treaty. It has a much longer title, but you want to shorten it. International Space Treaty. Okay. It's signed by more than 100 countries. And it's a code of conduct for space. Very kumbaya. They saw that the Cold War was getting hotter and space was becoming a contested regime of international politics. And the UN said, we got to do something about this. So in it says, if you're in trouble, even if we're enemies on the ground, I got to help you. I will bring you food or help you. You know, it's this kind of, it's very unifying. Forward-looking and unifying.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. My cynical skepticism is, if you can actually pull that off in space, why didn't you pull that off down here on Earth?
Right, sure. Exactly.
Right. Why space different?
Right.
You're humans and we're human, all right? Yeah. We kill each other from limited resources. We kill each other because your skin color is different, because you worship a different god, because you live on a different side of the line in the sand. Why do we think, if you can't accomplish it up there, let's do that here. Let that be evidence that you could do it in space. That's my cynical side of it. Sure. But so we have that.
But you're right. I mean, you are right.
I'm just saying.
We don't allow greed on rocket ships.
No. In addition, NASA has a branch of itself called the Planetary Protection Office. And this protects contamination in destination places of Earth life.
Okay.
And it protects Earth life from what could be a contaminant brought back from space. And there are regulations about that and what level contamination and sterilization is allowed for different kinds of objects. So Europa, that one has the highest chance of there having life. So you want the most sterile objects going there to minimize the risk of contamination. The moon itself is kind of sterile. We're not worried about contaminating life that's there because it's got no atmosphere, the ultraviolet light, which is hostile to life, the molecules of light just breaks apart the molecules. Right. So there's asteroids hitting all the time. So we're not worried that if you go to the moon and sneeze, you're going to contaminate a future experiment that we're conducting. So, there's a lot written on it, but no, nobody gets punished. You look bad on the international stage, but there's no punishment. It's no go back 3 spaces. You know?
So you're saying so China will not be penalized for bringing 50 children on that mission so they could make sneakers on the moon? Too soon?
How did seeds breaking open to the thing to bring? That'd be very costly.
That'd be very costly.
And child labor historically had been through.
There's no child labor laws on the moon.
On the moon,
Neil.
Yeah. So that's another question.
Yeah.
What is a crime in a place that's not within a municipality?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And don't get me started. Like if an alien more intelligent than you lands and you kill it, is that murder? Right. There's the whole thing. Right. There's a whole legal frontier here.
Well, you could argue. I mean, he reached for his.
He? It's a male.
Or she,
it's a male. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why I made it male. You're right.
You totally made it a male.
That's terrible. The alien reached for its.
Reach for something.
Phaser. I like that. I have the alien from 1960s television.
That's a 1964 alien. Yeah. So there's a whole frontier there, and it's a great question. But no, there's no penalties other than maybe we won't invite you on our next mission. That's probably penalty enough.
That's a big penalty.